store for some salt because I didn't want to do this.
Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the first meeting of the year. Today is January 8th, 2018. Can I have a roll call, please?
Beecher.
Here.
Meyer.
Here.
Kraus.
Here.
Missouri. Here. Capros.
Here.
Wheeling.
Here.
The minutes of December 11th, are there any changes? If not, is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
Second to the motion, any questions? Roll call.
Hazel.
Yes.
Meyer. Yes. Kraus.
Yes.
Missouri. Yes. Capros.
Yes.
Wheeling.
Yes.
Beautification Commission, Bud, Jenny?
Nothing, just checking in the flowers for next year. Have a report to you by the end of the week.
Okay. 4th of July Commission, Trustee Meyer?
There's a few things that have come through. We're starting to do down payments on bands. And when is our next meeting?
January 31st.
It's our next meeting. Otherwise, I have nothing else to report.
Okay, and I'll send you guys a list of the bands, maybe tomorrow. And that way you can start posting them, whatever you guys, whoever's handling it.
Yep, sounds good.
Youth Commission, Trustee Missouri?
I don't really have much to report this time. The next event coming up is on Martin Luther King Day. It's the bowling event. That's all I have.
River of Hope, Trustee Basil?
Nothing to report at this time.
Star Preservation, Trustee Wheeling?
Our next meeting is January 18th at 6 p.m. down at the depot. That's it.
Thank you, Trustee Basil?
Okay, consider a motion approving the treasurer's report. Donna?
We've got the total of all the village accounts at $1,931,353. The total of the commission accounts, $192,976. Total of all of the accounts together, $2,124,330. You can see the total of general is at $799,555. Pretty much in line with what was going on last year. The total of the commission bills and non-AP, $224,093.36. And really nothing out of the ordinary. Marcy already mentioned the band deposits for 4th of July, but other than that, just normal. And that ends my report.
Any questions?
For the 4th of July, I don't remember, what did the 4th of July land on last year so we don't have this fiasco with the hiring of certain people to do certain things this year? What did the 4th of July Commission do?
As far as locals.
Like when they were paying whoever $25 an hour to do?
What work did they do?
No, what did the 4th of July Commission was supposed to come up with something so that didn't happen again?
Yeah, it's not going to, it's just not, it's got something that's got to be approved, we're not going to approve it anymore. We've adapted the recommendations that we made as far as from the budget.
That's what I don't remember what they were.
Okay, anything over $100 now, we said 50 was a little low, anything over $100 has to be approved by Bob, and Marcy will let you get it, so there's another set of eyes looking at everything.
Okay.
So nothing will be spent unless, in fact, of course, the first bill that came in was a band deposit, which I usually handle, and of course, he had to go to Bob, and Bob had to approve it.
So I will approve the mayor's expense.
That's all right. It worked, the system worked.
Yes, I couldn't remember what they.
Yeah, that's what it was, I'm sorry. I wasn't quite understanding.
And in cases where I order things on behalf of the 4th, it requires 2 additional signatures as well. I ordered the dash plans for the parade.
Okay. So I'd like to consider a motion approving the treasurer's report and the report of the financial activity in the prior month.
So motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There is a second, any questions?
I just got one more. I don't. Dennis is here. Do you know if the EMA uniforms, do you have any clue what he does with those? Like, if there's I think there's like $500 in uniforms for EMA. Do you know if that was for new people, replacing old stuff? If not, I'll just ask him tomorrow.
My belief is some is new, some might have been winter gear. I don't want to answer because I'm not 100% sure on that, what the distribution is of the number of uniforms per member per season. So I hate to answer giving the wrong information.
No, that's fine, I'll ask, I didn't know if he'd be here tonight, I'll just ask him tomorrow.
He's out sick today.
No, okay.
Maybe Wednesday, maybe.
I was just gonna call him tomorrow.
Okay, no, I thought maybe you were talking. I wanted to make sure I was on the same page about the meeting, so. Any other questions? Roll call.
Whaling,
Yes.
Caprows,
Yes.
Missouri,
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Basil.
Yes. Variance reports for the preceding month are enclosed for your review. Any questions or concerns? If not, approval of the bills for the prior month. They're in front of you, there's highlighted items on here. Give you a second to look through them.
There's, Webfoot Designs is in italics, but there's no amount. Is that just something that forgot to change the font back to straight?
Probably,
Okay. So it's not an
because I know
amount?
there was no bills for Webfoot.
Okay.
Make sure I didn't get the wrong one. Web domain listing should be in italics, I missed it by one. That's the reason, that's a new bill. And that is the police web site domain name, that was not on Friday's list, it's on Monday's list. I just placed the italic, the wrong row.
Okay.
Any other questions, concerns? If not, I'd like to approve the bills for the prior month for $98,306.21.
The motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There is a second, any questions on the motion? Roll call.
I just want to clear, it's $98,307.21.
I did not
You
say,
said
sorry.
6.
Oh, 7 and 21 cents, sorry.
No problem. Basil,
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Caprows.
Yes.
Whaling.
Yes.
Old age person.
That's it. That's it, Frank?
Oh, that's it, I'm sorry, that's it.
Trustee Missouri.
Where am I?
Consider an ordinance granting a special use permit for a drive-through at 1121 Dixie Highway for Baumgartner. The petitioner has requested this permit for Dunkin' Donuts to be located in the north 1/3 of the building. The middle section is being reserved for a Subway, and then the south 1/3 is Lacey's. The PZC, after public hearing, no testimony given, recommended approval of the special use permit subject to 2 conditions. 1, stripe the parking lot so no one parks or queues in the main entrance to the parking area of Lacey's at the southeast corner of the building, and 2, provide some type of security barrier between the drive-through exit land and the doorway located at the northwest corner of the building. The ordinance has been drafted with these conditions. It is recommended that the ordinance be approved. Is there any questions of it?
Was there any guidance given what type of barrier should be there? Or is it, we just leave it up to them?
No, and that was my suggestion, just, I mean, I know McDonald's has a fence.
I think that was kind of the example they were going to follow, is how McDonald's has their
Something so they don't walk out that door and step out.
Ordinance 1279.
So I would like to make a motion to approve an ordinance granting a special use permit for a drive-through at 1121 Dixie Highway.
The motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
Is there a third? Any questions on the motion? Roll call.
Whaling.
Yes.
Caprows.
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Basil.
Yes.
And back to you,
All right.
trustee Beal.
Consider an ordinance extending a balloon loan in the amount of $350,000 to the First Community Bank and Trust for a period of 1 year at an interest rate of 1.85. Our current loan is due on February 3rd and cannot be paid off with the current debt service funds. It's Since we have not received the loan from the IEPA and cannot draw down on $620,000 in reimbursement funds for the design and permitting of the new sewer plant. We hope to receive these funds by summer and pay off this loan early. However, we have one additional year to pay off this with this new arrangement. It's recommended the ordinance be approved. So I would like to consider ordinance 1280. I'd like to consider an ordinance extending the balloon loan in the amount of $350,000 to the First Community Bank and Trust for a period of 1 year at an interest rate of 1.85. Ordinance number 1280.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There is a second. Any questions on the motion? Roll call.
Basil?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Ozark?
Yes.
Capros?
Yes.
Wheeler?
Yes.
Okay, consider an ordinance amending the IEPA loan request for the reference of a 30-year repayment period in lieu of a 20-year repayment period. We have been quoted a rate of 1.12 for 30 years for $10 million. We originally thought we were eligible for a loan forgiveness from the IEPA, discovered that our per capita income is too high to receive the 15% loan forgiveness. Therefore, we are back to the original repayment schedule of $389,344 per year for 30 years, and this is still achievable. With the sales tax of $177,000, utility tax of $136,993, and debt charges of $122,088, totaling $436,081. Staff recommends the closed ordinance be approved. It is submitted to the IEPA as part of our final loan package. We are about 60 days away from receiving a final loan offer. The objection which was filed by the Sierra Club has been withdrawn. So, that would be ordinance 1281.
Correct.
So I'd like to make consider an ordinance 1281, amending the IEPA loan request to reference a 30-year repayment period in lieu of a 20-year payment period.
Motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. Any questions on the motion? Roll call.
Whaling?
Yes.
Capros?
Yes.
Ozark? Yes. Kraus?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Basil?
Yes.
Proceed first.
Consider several items to close out the Safe Routes to School grant project. There's a few actions that we need to take in order to close the job out. The project was about $3,226 over budget due to some sidewalk ramp designs that had to be added to the specs of the bid work. IDOT is funding 80% of the cost of this, so the additional cost of the village is $645.20. So the following actions, we got to do each one of them in a separate motion. So I will make a motion approving an amended engineering services agreement in the amount of $3,226 with $645.20 being the village's share of the cost.
Motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. Any questions on the first motion? That motion. Roll call.
Basil?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Ozark?
Yes.
Capros?
Yes.
Whaling?
Yes.
Second, I'll make a motion to approve local agency amendment number 1 for federal participation.
Motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. Any questions on that motion? Roll call.
Whaling?
Yes.
Capros?
Yes.
Ozark?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Basil?
Yes.
I'll make a motion approving a supplemental amendment letter.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions on that motion? Roll call.
Basil?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Ozark?
Yes.
Capros?
Yes.
Whaling?
Yes.
And last, a motion approving a quality-based selection reference letter since Baxter & Woolman is the designated village engineer.
Motion made. Is there a second?
Second.
There is a second. Any questions on that motion? Roll call.
Whalen?
Yes.
Caprows?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Basil?
Yes.
Can I make one comment? This was a $185,000 project. My file is about, from this table up here, this job. The sewer plant file is smaller.
Yeah. But it's a good one, and we only paid 20% of it, so.
That's correct. But the bureaucracy's unreal.
Yeah.
Trustee Basil?
Okay, consider a resolution prohibiting sexual harassment by any elected or approved village official or any employee in the village of Beecher. The Illinois General Assembly adopted a bill late in November requiring that this resolution be passed prior to the January 15, 2018. The attorney has approved the enclosed draft. The village has had its sexual harassment policy in effect since 1988, but it's only pertained to village employees. This one now includes elected officials and commissioners as required by law. The clerk will notify all affected parties after a resolution is adopted. This new language will also be incorporated into the village personnel manual. Please see the enclosed resolution. So, consider
2018-01.
2018-01. Okay, I'd like to consider resolution 2018-01 prohibiting sexual harassment by any elected or appointed village official or any employee in the village of Beecher.
Motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
There is a second. Any questions on the motion? Roll call.
Basil?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Caprows?
Yes.
Whalen?
Yes.
Okay, the 5-year financial plan is to be released, was released at the village board meeting, and this will give the board members 6 weeks to review before the resolution is placed on the 2/26/18 board agenda. This is only a plan and not a budget, but it is used as a tool for forecasting beyond the 1-year budget time frame. It has no legal basis, but is required for our board rating. And that ends my report.
Thank you. Just a reminder, on January 29th at 7 p.m. at Washington Township Center, we will have an intergovernmental meeting. The only thing that we placed on the agenda is a longer version of a TIF training, which will be talked about at that particular night. We have already talked to all the taxing bodies. Didn't really get anything negative, so maybe this one will go smooth. So we'll have a training session that night. Any questions you may have, please attend and ask. With the police chief selection process, I would need a motion to go into executive session
To discuss the candidates.
to discuss the candidates.
So moved. I'll make a motion to go into executive session to discuss candidates for the chief of police.
Motion made, is there a second?
Second.
There is a second. Any question on the motion? Roll call.
Whalen?
Yes.
Caprows?
Yes.
Yes. Kraus?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yes.
Basil?
Yes.